Your person was deeply scared of their feelings for you because they were unlike anything they had ever experienced before. The emotions were so intense, raw, and magnetic that they didn't know how to process them. They weren't prepared for the overwhelming force of their connection to you, which seemed to defy logic and rationality. In an effort to cope, they tried to suppress their feelings by ignoring their intuition and dismissing the signs the universe was persistently placing in their path. This avoidance stemmed from their inability to fully connect with their spiritual awareness, making it hard for them to trust or believe in something as profound and otherworldly as this connection. For much of their life, they believed that concepts like soulmates or soul connections were nothing more than fantasies, idealized notions with no place in reality. They viewed the idea of such deep bonds with skepticism, dismissing them as figments of imagination. But then they met you, and everything changed. Your connection was so powerful and undeniable that it forced them to reconsider their long-held beliefs. Suddenly, the possibility of a soulmate didn't seem so far-fetched. In fact, they began to feel that your connection wasn't just an abstract idea, it was real, transformative, and deeply spiritual. The love they felt for you shattered their old worldview and opened their heart to something entirely new. At first, they were overwhelmed by the intensity of these emotions. They couldn't understand why they felt so drawn to you, as if some invisible force was pulling them closer no matter the distance between you. Even when you were miles apart, they could feel your presence, as though you were connected on a level that transcended the physical. This was bewildering to them and only added to their internal struggle. They tried to rationalize their feelings, but no explanation seemed adequate. The connection they felt with you simply didn't fit into any of their preconceived notions about love or relationships. Over time, however, they began to accept the truth of what they were experiencing. They came to realize that the bond between you was unlike anything they had ever known, something spiritual, deep, and unbreakable. They started to see that this connection wasn't a coincidence, but something divinely orchestrated. This understanding grew stronger each time you both drifted apart and then found your way back to one another. Every separation and subsequent reunion only reinforced the strength of your bond, showing them that no matter the challenges, your love could endure and even grow. They began to see these cycles as part of a healing process, one that allowed you both to return to each other with greater love, respect, and understanding. Now, your person has reached a point where they no longer want to suppress their feelings or keep them hidden. They don't want you to move on, as the thought of losing you fills them with a profound sense of loss and heartbreak. To them, you are their ultimate happiness, the person who completes their soul. They know they cannot stay silent much longer because the weight of unspoken emotions is becoming unbearable. The distance between you is tearing them apart, leaving them feeling empty, lonely, and incomplete. This separation has forced them to confront the truth of their feelings and the depth of their connection with you. They have finally made the decision to reach out to you, even though they know it won't be easy. They are prepared to face your anger if that's what it takes to reconnect. They are ready to humble themselves and ask for your forgiveness because they understand that their past actions may have hurt you. But this time, they are determined to be honest and open about their feelings. They want you to know just how much you mean to them and how deeply they love you. Your person is no longer afraid of the intensity of their emotions or the depth of their connection with you. They have come to see it as a gift, something rare and precious that they cannot afford to lose. They now believe that your bond is unshakable, that no external force can break it because it is rooted in something far greater than either of you. They understand that this connection is not just about love, but about spiritual growth and healing. It is a journey that has brought you both closer to your true selves and to each other. As they prepare to reach out to you, they are filled with hope and determination. They want to bridge the gap that has grown between you and rekindle the love that has always been there. They want to show you that they are ready to embrace this connection fully and that they see you as their forever person. Whatever it takes, they are willing to face it because being with you is worth everything. In their heart, they know that this love is meant to last a lifetime, and they are ready to fight for it. You reminded me that I deserve happiness. Through your eyes, I saw the entire world in a way I had never experienced before. With just one glance, you captivated me entirely, and I fell in love with you at first sight. Meeting you felt like the universe finally aligning, a confirmation that everything I had dreamed of was possible. It was the first time I truly believed in the power of manifestation. Deep down, I have this unshakable knowing that I manifested you, that somehow, through all the chaos and longing, you were meant to be in my life. As I sit back now and reflect on everything we've been through, I am overwhelmed with emotions. There's this persistent pull, almost like an ache, to let you know that I'm still here and that you've never been forgotten. But words alone feel insufficient. I worry they would fail to convey the depth of what I feel and the growth I've experienced. I know that without actions and consistency, my words would lack meaning. I have always struggled with expressing myself in a way that matches the intensity of what's inside me, but I want to try because you deserve to know. There was no real me before you. That version of myself, the man I was before meeting you, feels like a distant stranger now. I don't even recognize him. He was a shadow, unsure of himself, carrying so much fear and uncertainty. I see now that I was incomplete, unaware of the kind of love and connection that could truly transform someone. Then you came into my life, and everything shifted. I look back at who I was and feel so far removed from that person. If only you could see the man I've become, the person your love inspired me to grow into. I think you would like him. I think, maybe, you'd even be proud of him. I just don't know how to show you. That's the hardest part. How do I prove to you that I've changed? That I'm no longer the man who couldn't keep promises or who bailed when things became difficult? I hate that version of myself, the one who let fear and immaturity sabotage something as beautiful and rare as what we had. If I could go back in time, I would do things differently, but since I can't, all I can do is move forward and show you the man I am now. I just need the chance to prove it, to show you that I've grown, that I'm ready to be the partner you always deserved. I think about you constantly and how much I want to share my life with you. I want to introduce you to the people who matter most to me, the ones who form the foundation of my world. You might have thought I was hiding you from them, but I wasn't. I realize now I failed to explain myself back then, but the truth is, I was protecting you. I was protecting us. What we had felt so sacred, so special, that I was terrified of anyone coming too close. I feared the outside world would somehow tarnish or destroy the bubble we had created. I know now that my approach was flawed. I see how my actions might have made you feel isolated or unimportant, and for that, I am deeply sorry. I didn't mean to make you feel like you were a secret, because you weren't. You were everything to me. I just didn't know how to balance my overwhelming love for you with my fears of losing what we had. All I wanted was to keep that bubble intact, to hold on to that magical space we created together, where nothing and no one could interfere. But life doesn't work that way. Love needs room to grow, and it needs light. I see that now. I understand that hiding you from the world, even with the best intentions, was wrong. You deserve to feel celebrated, to know that I wasn't afraid to share you with everyone who mattered to me. If I could do it over, I would proudly bring you into every part of my life, introducing you to my world with the love and respect you deserved. I've carried these thoughts with me for so long, and they've only grown stronger over time. There's not a day that goes by when I don't think about you, about us, and about what could still be. If you would give me the chance, I would show you that I've changed, that I'm no longer the man I was before. I want to prove to you that I'm capable of being the partner you needed, someone who can keep promises, stay present, and face challenges with you rather than run from them. What we had was rare, and I believe it was worth fighting for. I want to stay in that bubble with you, not as an escape from the world, but as a place where we can build something stronger together. I know I can't undo the past, but I hope I can show you a future where love, trust, and growth define our story. I can no longer understand this separation. It's tearing me apart. Every passing moment reminds me of how much I miss you, how deeply your absence resonates within me. No matter how hard I try, I cannot forget you or let you go. You are etched into every corner of my being. I've tried to move forward, but every step I take feels like a step closer to you rather than away from you. I eat, breathe, and exist with you in my thoughts. Even now, as I write this, I am consumed by one question: do you still love and miss me as I do? It feels as though I'm being punished for not loving you the way you deserve. My heart aches with regret, and I am deeply sorry for lashing out at you in moments of frustration and weakness. I know now how wrong I was. I allowed my ego and my flaws to drive a wedge between us, and for that, I carry an unbearable weight of guilt. This endless cycle of regret and longing has left me stuck in a loop that I can't seem to break. I don't want to stay trapped here anymore, because the truth is, I love you more than I have ever loved anyone. I know, deep down, that I am the one responsible for this long and painful separation. I was the one who failed to cherish what we had. But don't worry, my love, I've already started making a plan for us to find our way back to each other. You are the only one who has ever made me feel truly alive, the only one with whom I can be raw, vulnerable, and entirely myself. I need you to know that my love for you hasn't faded, it has only grown stronger with time. We need to open up to each other once again. We need to lay bare our hearts and let go of the walls we've built. I know we were the best match, but I let my pride and my ego ruin everything we had. I was foolish enough to compare you to others, as if anyone could ever come close to the love and connection we shared. The truth is, no one compares to you, no one ever has, and no one ever will. I see that now with crystal clarity. I can feel your pain and disappointment, even from a distance. It crushes me to know that I am the cause of your suffering. I am ashamed for not giving you the time, attention, and importance you always deserved. You were my light in a world that often felt dark and cold. You helped me heal wounds that I thought would never mend, but instead of reciprocating that kindness, I only brought pain and shadows into your life. For that, I am profoundly sorry. I wish I could turn back time and undo the hurt I caused you. I want to take away every tear, every ounce of heartache, and replace it with the love and joy you deserved from me. I realize now how much I took you for granted. You were my anchor, my safe harbor, and I was too blind to see it until it was too late. But I don't want this to be the end of our story. I refuse to let my mistakes be the final chapter of what we shared. I believe we can find our way back to each other if we're both willing to try. I am ready to take responsibility for my actions and make things right. I want to show you that I've changed, that I've grown, and that I am ready to be the person you deserve. You are the one person who has seen me at my worst and still loved me, and I will always be grateful for that. I want to be the one who lifts you up, who helps you heal, who brings light into your life instead of darkness. I know I have a long way to go to earn back your trust, but I am willing to do whatever it takes. Love like ours doesn't come around often, and I refuse to let it slip away. I hope you can still see a future for us, as I do. I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me and give us another chance. Together, I believe we can rebuild what was lost and create something even stronger than before. You are my everything, and I miss you more than words can ever express. I love you, and I always will.